At this time, I would like you to help me welcome Amadou, who will giving speech number 2, or the dance communicator speech number 2, a praise with praise. Please help me welcome Amadou.
Hi everyone. This evening I'm going to talk about feedback. If anybody knows about feedback, what does it represent, why are we using feedback? Yes.
Feedback is to help us learn from one person how we come across to them, and also how we are doing as a job. I'm not reading that. I'm using my own paperwork that I remember.
All right, thanks. And to begin with, what is feedback? You have full information that is given to someone to say what can be done to improve the performance. Otherwise, feedback is nothing but a method that we use to improve our communication and leadership skills. That's all about feedback. And we all here need the feedback to really improve our skills here. And right, the feedback figure there, that's what, so the sender send a message to the receiver, and the receiver give back to the sender the feedback to either improve your skills or improve your communication skills. That's feedback, and we use them. And for instance, I think that the evaluation we use here might be something we really, use for it. Because the first time I work here as a Toastmaster, I couldn't stand up here and talk to you guys. Mm-hmm. But through all those feedback they've given me, I went back home and reviewed my feedback, and really helped me for my communication skills. So this is the figure that we have to all agree with, and that the feedback is very important, for communication. And why is it important? Why feedback is very important? First, feedback is there all the time. For instance, if we speak, if we talk, and the tone we talk, we communicate feedback. You guys gotta know that we communicate everywhere feedback. And the second is the feedback is just another word for effective listening. The sender who's sending us the message is telling us, is saying that I've been understood with these people sitting here because they're gonna give me the feedback to improve what I missed, what I didn't miss. And I think that was really something. And feedback is opportunity to motivate. Hey, we all like to praise people, and I think if you do a good job, we're here to really tell you that your feedback was your speech was excellent, and I think it motivates everybody to come back here to want to learn more, and that's why the feedback is there for us. And the other feedback is essential to develop performance. It's not the criticism. We can criticize people. It's an act to tell you that where you're at and where you're going, and I think that we all feel that our evaluation and everything there. And for instance, me, I always read those evaluations because it helped me move from A to B and know what to do and what not to do. And the other one is feedback is a way to keep us learning. Hey, we hear every Wednesday, we do speeches and we go home and we learn from it, and the next day we come and improve our skills and communication skills. That's why we were always here. And then we got to start with the type of feedback. The feedback given. So you make sure you know that your feedback is true, sincere, and fair. Is it helpful to the person that was reading, he's doing the speech? Is it necessary? Yes, is it necessary? Because you want them to improve. That's why we're here. So be specific, clear, and accurate. And I think doing that, you're going to help the messenger really get this message across and say, okay, I'm going to do better next time. And this is how I do it because I get the feedback from such and such thing. And this is very important for here and your life. Always we need a feedback from that. And feedback receiver. Understand the intention and purpose of the feedback. And I think it's very important why we get the feedback. It's not to be defensive or something, but we need the feedback to know where we are, in our communication skills, as a leadership skills, where we are and where we need to go. And those feedback is really something that very important in our life because we can use those feedback to really improve our skills. and ask for advice how and what to do differently. We're gonna do that because if you wanna improve, if you wanna go from A to B, you have to ask, you have to ask advice, and how am I gonna get there from there? And I think, for instance, for me coming here, for the first time I came here was really tough for me to come here to stand up here and able to speak. And I think that I got the grasp, through those evaluations you guys gave me, and I said thank you guys. And there is things to watch out for. So we want to be, really given the feedback, like avoid like bad or however, because we don't want to dictate the feedback or tell you something that is going to hurt you, or you're going to be like, you know what, I'm not going to motivate, I'm not going to come back, because these things I wrote here, I can't believe it. And I think that don't sound harsh or personal. So just, give us the feedback, tell them, okay, we wouldn't, for instance, you can do this, but I think that this way it would be better to do it. And don't give too much information. You throw and receive or demotive them. Don't give, the feedback is just for something that, to grasp it and to go with it and to be better for tomorrow. And accentuate the positive, praise for progress. Hey, we all want progress, we all want, that's why we're here. We all want to progress. Move on from, those 10 speeches to another, is the CC manual, and we all do that. So what gives us that, that's our feedback we get from you guys. That's why the feedback is very important. And conclusion is, receiving feedback is up to all of us. We might be, and we all need to make sure we can accept and learn from constructive feedback. Yeah, that's why we're here. So we're here to accept the feedback because we want to move on. We want to really be a good communicator and the good leadership skills. Thank you very much.